Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Liam plays wingman for Will and Carter kisses Hope. In the dressing room, Hope has been summoned by Carter and is sure this is bad news about her line. He says he acclimated his protrusions, and the figures should ameliorate soon. He has stopgap for Hope for the future, professionally and tête-à-tête. Hope learns it took Carter 3 or 4 late nights to do the work. He says he cares a lot about her line and wants to see it succeed. He warns these are early protrusions. Hope admits it's been a tough stretch recently. Carter knows effects have been tense between her and Steffi. He's also apprehensive she killed Finn. Hope cringes and asks if he's disappointed in her. Carter says he's not, he knows what it's like to lose yourself in the wrong person. Hope muses that they've more in common than she realized. In the design office, Zen tells Will he'll get the hang of effects soon. He chuckles that he was a terrible intern. They talk about models catching their eye, and Zen suggests they go to Il Giardino. Just also, Liam walks in. He's dropping off commodity for Kelly. Spotting his family, he asks Will, "What are you doing then?" Will teases Liam about how he saluted him. Liam just didn't anticipate to see him there and asks if he's there to see his mama. An seductive youthful lady named Lainey walks by and congratulates Will on getting the gig. She tells him her name and Will cheekily says, "I know." Liam gawps at Will being an intern at Forrester, don't suppose Pater knows about this. Liam doesn't understand why Will didn't run this decision by their pater first. Will promises he'll tell him. Zend heads out to check on the pizza. Will explains they were going to Il Giardino. Liam wants to treat and teases that soon his accounts will be firmed and he'll be demurred out of the will. In the dressing room, Carter still thinks it's a great idea for Hope to model lingerie professionally speaking, of course. Hope has to ask what's the deal with Carter and her Aunt Katie. Carter walls that they're better off as musketeers, no benefits. "I'm free and single." In the dressing room, Hope tells Carter the right woman is out there for him nearly. Carter could say the same thing about her, but acknowledges she doesn't need a man to make her happy. Hope laughs, but it would be nice. She's pleased to be suitable to talk to Carter so fluently and they badinage and smile. At Il Giardino, Liam tells Will he gets the appeal of working at Forrester. They're talking about all the hot girls when Lainey shows up with another girl. Will introduces them to his family as their liaison with Spencer Publications. Liam suggests they join them and whispers to Will that he's his wingman. Will cross over to YNR. The foursome sits down and Will tells the youthful women that Liam is a big shot at Spencer. Liam says it's not nearly as grueling as raising 2 little girls. He pulls out his phone and shows them Filmland. The youthful women learn that Hope and Steffi are his ex-wives. Will shakes his head as Liam shows off more prints of the kiddies. In the Forrester dressing room, Hope thanks Carter for minding about her line. Carter says it's not just about her line, but her too. Hope thinks his virtuousness shines through everything he does. Carter counters that she's the lamp of light. She teases him about being auspicious. Carter tells her she deserves the stylish and it's on its way. Hope reflects on her rough time. She really misses Douglas. Carter says he misses her too and tells her she's an amazing mama. Hope laments that she couldn't make it work with Liam or Thomas. Carter asks if she wants to trade war stories and reminds her he left Paris at the altar for Quinn, who left him. Hope asks, "What's wrong with us?" Carter laughs, "Absolutely nothing." Hope asks, "Isn't there a good man out there she doesn't have to partake with anybody?" Carter says perhaps he's been standing in front of her this entire time. With that, he goes in for a kiss. After, they smile and laugh. At Forrester, Ridge questions Lee about Taylor's changing opinion. Lee's confidant if the croaker in Europe had followed up, he'd have realized she didn't have heart failure. Ridge is still upset about her. Lee says he's right to be broken heart pattern is serious and needs to be addressed. Ridge thinks his partner needs to talk to someone, and Lee agrees it's an excellent idea. Ridge talks about her not wanting anyone to know. Lee suggests he follow her wishes. Ridge doesn't like keeping effects from Brooke. Lee tells him he's doing the right thing as Brooke walks in. She wants to know what's going on and what they're talking about. In the main office, Ridge tells Brooke that he and Lee were just talking about family. Brooke asks after Poppy. Lee says they're taking it one step at a time. After she leaves, Brooke tells Ridge she doesn't suppose they were talking about Luna. Family isn't law for Taylor. She understands they all want to be together, but it's a bit of an adaptation. Ridge smiles. Logan. Brooke says she's not jealous, she's just always a little cautious when Taylor comes to city, she just loves you so much. Ridge says he loves Brooke, and they kiss and clinch. Brooke tells Ridge that Will is going to be the new intern. Ridge smirks that it must have been a bitter lozenge for Bill to swallow. Brooke doesn't suppose he knows yet. Ridge asks, "Can I tell him?" Brooke clucks that his mind is on Katie, who's having cold bases about reuniting with Bill. Ridge says that's not cold bases, it's having a good head on your shoulders. Brooke wonders where Hope could be, she wanted to talk to her. Katie intelligencers Bill and Brooke kissing, agonized to be proven right? The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Katie Logan may be glad she rejected Bill Spencer if he behaves how she expects him to. Katie doesn't trust that she's the only woman for Bill since he's always been so drawn to Brooke Logan. The last thing Katie wants is to surrender her heart to Bill again and let him break it for the umpteenth time. Indeed, Will Spencer has prompted Katie to cover herself then, so it's easy to see why Katie shut Bill down. Although Bill called Katie the love of his life, she's not sure she buys that. Katie easily feels like there's a good chance Bill would be back together with Brooke if she weren't locked into a Ridge Forrester love. As luck would have it, Taylor Hayes is back in city and pulling Ridge in her direction. It may not be long until Taylor's presence and broken heart pattern blow up Ridge's relationship with Brooke. It seems likely Brooke will lean on Bill after losing Ridge, so that could lead to Katie getting in Goddess. At some point, Katie could fluently walk in Bill's manse and ass at him kissing Brooke. Still, Katie will no doubt feel like her reservations about Bill intimately wanting Brooke were proven right, if that happens. This could leave Katie feeling thankful that she didn't subscribe up for a reunion with Bill and furious that he indeed tried to get back together with her. Katie may view this as evidence that she's just her family's stage heft and face some heartache as a result. Occasionally the verity hurts, so that may be the case for Katie if it all goes down like this. Our B&B prognostications point to Bill and Brooke's bond getting more important in the coming weeks, so stick with us for updates on whether that'll lead to a romantic rekindling. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Brooke is always going to be a source of temptation for Bill, so bad news could be brewing if Katie intelligencers a passionate moment between them. Ridge bonds with Taylor and Brooke turns to Bill? Ridge bonds with Taylor and Brooke turns to Bill? The bold and the beautiful spoilers Ridge bonds with Taylor and Brooke turns to Bill? The bold and the beautiful spoilers validate that Ridge Forrester was in the right place at the right time. Still, there's no telling what would have happened to Taylor Hayes if he hadn't hung back after the videotape was cut for Brooke's bedroom. Thankfully, the test Dr. Grace Buckingham ran produced a positive result. The outgrowth was less dire than Taylor believed. The bold and the beautiful spoilers Ridge Forrester's feelings erupt. Rather of having heart failure, she has broken heart pattern. Observers tasted that the recast character Budig was hired to play would not be dying. While that's always possible in the quixotical day world, a different plot bow appears to have been revealed through the test Grace conducted. Ridge no way anticipated Taylor to tell him that she was dying. But he responded as soon as she did. Eric Forrester held a fatalistic outlook in the recent history. But Ridge prompted his father to seek treatment, and all was resolved. Also, Ridge told Taylor that she'd hold on to one Croker's opinion from Europe. She fell into the trap of exorbitantly emphasizing one person's supposed wisdom-grounded opinion and believed the Grim Reaper would be knocking shortly. Making an appointment with Grace was purposeful. It snappily combated the heart failure opinion and reminded observers that Thomas Forrester is set to marry Paris Buckingham. B&B spoilers, Taylor Hayes still pines for her love. Taylor was prepared to bless the rearmost relationship Ridge and Brooke Logan are involved in. The inconceivable 8-time wedded couple aren't presently in wedded bliss, but they're together. The lack of a ninth union allows for the reanimation of one of B&B's classic triangles. Ridge's flood tide of feelings regarding Taylor's heart failure opinion and the revealed volition reality will beget Kay's character to consider his split passions. He loves Brooke and has been with her numerous times, including now. Still, the ferocious way he responds to Taylor is meaningful and can beget both characters to wonder if the spark between them can be reignited. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Brooke Logan visits Bill Spencer. Brooke arrived at Bill Spencer's manse shortly after Katie Logan left. Tom's character met with Bill at his request. Bill asked Katie to attune, but she refused. Her belief that Brooke's attainability was the only reason why Bill wanted to get back together proved to be boding. Still, Bill has not been allowing about Brooke in numerous times. Katie knows that. Still, she also knows that a dysfunctional dynamic could snappily be revived. Still, she also knows that a dysfunctional dynamic could be restored if Lang's character becomes available. Seeing Ridge come closer to Taylor this fall isn't a stretch. However, Brooke could turn to Bill as she has in the history and prove Katie's savant, tone defensive vaticination right, if that happens.